All right. Welcome back to AHOD, aka All Hands on Deck, aka your new favorite channel. I got Cake PK on the call and Riley on the couch, and today we're gonna be talking about a couple different topics referring to the Super Bowl.
All right, I got a couple topics here. First topic that we're gonna go on is we're gonna give our Super Bowl predictions. I guess I could start. I want the Eagles to win, but in reality, I really think the Chiefs are just gonna win it, all because of the rest. The rest are gonna play a huge part in this game. I have a feeling there's gonna be a third and long call, pass interference. We'll say it's on Quinyon Mitchell on Travis Kelsey, and Travis Kelsey's gonna headbutt him and get no penalty. First down, Chiefs, and then they win the game. Um, anyways, the Chiefs, they're a good team. The Eagles are a great team. Defense wise, I think the Chiefs are gonna struggle on offense. I'm kind of excited to see what the Eagles offense does to the Chiefs defense. The Chiefs defense has been, I'd say, their better portion of their team this season, but like in the playoffs, the Chiefs have been really good. Um, I guess yeah. You guys got any takes? Who you guys are taking?
I'll go next. I'm gonna take my birds.
Fly Eagles fly.
I don't know. I don't see the Eagles losing to the Chiefs twice in 3 years. The Super Bowl. Um, I really have no reasons why I'm taking the Eagles, like I usually do. It's gonna be, it's gonna, it's gonna come down to whoever doesn't make the mistakes. Whoever wins the turnover battle is gonna win this game.
Yeah, that's probably valid. The Eagles though have been great on defense of making turnovers. Like we've even seen it last week, especially against the Commanders.
Yep.
The Rams, they had two fumbles. Kyron Williams had two fumbles. One of them was a costly one. Pretty much lost them the game. Did lose them the game. Then the Packers, I guess I didn't really pay too much attention to the Packers game. I don't know how many turnovers they had that game, but they definitely had one.
They opened up the game with the turnover.
Yeah, it's true. The fumble on the kick return. Um, but yeah, the Chiefs, they're good. But the Eagles, it's like, why wouldn't you take the Eagles if you're an Eagles fan? Like that's
Yeah,
kind of like
that's
crazy.
like
The biggest game of the season, and you don't take your favorite team. I don't know. Biasy doesn't even play a factor in this game. PK Cake, you got anything?
Yep. Uh, Eagles defense is great,
Number one in the
like
league.
outstanding. Not to glaze. I hate these. I hate both these teams. The passion. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs though, just because three-peat.
Repeat.
That's all I got.
PK.
All right. Well, Eagles have been really not relying, I would say, but they've really been executing on defense, forcing all these fumbles and other stuff like that. Without those fumbles, some of those games, we don't even know if the Eagles will be here if they don't force those fumbles in that Rams game or that Packers game. They definitely would have still been here if they played the Commanders because that was just an ass whooping. But I will say the Chiefs, I just looked at it, have only fumbled the ball 3 times all year and have lost it for a turnover. So if the Eagles are going to want to force turnovers and win that battle, which would probably, like Ezra said, swing the tides to their favor. I don't know, pirate terms. Uh, they're going to have to clamp up on the Chiefs' weapons, which, DeAndre Hopkins, still a pretty good receiver. Juju Smith-Schuster, yeah. They don't seem like they're that good, but they always make an impact. Like
That's true.
I don't know. Like
I know what you
if
mean.
one doesn't hurt you, the other one hurts you.
I feel like
So like, I don't know. Eagles are gonna have a tough time if they don't force any turnovers in this game. That's all I'm saying, and I'm gonna take the Chiefs in it.
wow, that's fair. 3 Chiefs, 1 Eagle.
Honestly, let's be real. This is what the NFL wanted as a Super Bowl matchup. Everybody in America wanted the Commanders and the Bills. So like nobody's really rooting for any team unless you're a Chiefs fan or an Eagles fan. We're just watching the game. But turnovers, whoever has the least amount of turnovers will win this game.
Pretty sure the
I
Chiefs are
think
like.
America wanted the Bills and Vikings Super Bowl.
I think it was the Lions. People wanted the Lions more than the Vikings. I think.
Everybody.
No.
They want, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I think people only from the Midwest don't like the Lions, or at least I hate the Lions, and I know
don't
PK
like
does.
the Lions at all. I hate them.
I don't know how other people like the Lions. They are such a. I don't know.
But a couple storylines in this game. What do you think this means for Mahomes' legacy if they win? Does he get compared to Tom Brady at this point? Like how many MVPs? He has 2 MVPs. He's 3
Well,
Super
obviously
Bowls.
they're gonna compare him to Brady.
They already are comparing him to Brady.
I mean, they are, but
I
like,
think.
Yeah, they're already comparing
Is your
him to him.
question? Is he going to be better than Brady? No.
but he's
Brady
still
has.
young. He's still in his 20s. Brady played till he was 40. He's still got 10 more years, and
Nope.
he's pretty much there without the rings. But like accolades wise, I think he's there.
I don't think he's there yet. I think
He's not there.
because we've seen who was it? What was the quarterback that almost went for the 3-peat, got to the NFC Championship, but then like fell off? I don't know who I'm referencing here, but we've seen.
Favre?
I don't think Patrick Mahomes will fall off by any means, but he has a long way to go before he's better than Brady, in my opinion.
Yes.
At least 2 more
Tom
rings.
Brady is the GOAT. It's kind of hard to compare yourself to the GOAT when you're still in your 20s. But like, I
No,
think
but
he's on the same
He definitely
trajectory.
solidifies himself as a top 5 quarterback all
Top
time. if he
2,
wins
I'd
the
say.
Super Bowl.
Top 3.
Who would you take?
Oh, he's
over-
top 5 right now. Yeah.
I'd say he's
3.
top 5 right now. I'd say he's top 3 if he wins this Super Bowl.
Like, let's be
Top
honest.
2.
Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning.
Nope.
Tom Brady.
I'm not taking Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers
is
over him.
My 5.
Really?
Patrick Mahomes already has more Super Bowls than Aaron Rodgers.
Would you take Drew Brees over him?
No, I don't think so either.
So you guys are playing
But he's
like
closer
a
than
huge,
Rodgers.
you'd say rings are a huge factor.
That's
in
what
ranking a
everybody.
quarterback.
That's what the league's all about.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but like at the same time, people
Making
always
it to the
say-
game and winning the game that's the only thing that matters in the NFL.
That's
Like
true.
the personal accolades only matter for the players' like own agenda.
I'll give you that. Would you put Big Ben in there?
Yeah, that's why I have
No.
Aaron Brees over
Am I top
Aaron
5?
Rodgers in my thing.
We're gonna get to
If you guys
quarterbacks
win
later.
an
Oh wait,
MVP.
this is right now quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Brady and Mahomes, they're going to be closer if they win this, just because the three-peat is kind of crazy, and it's just kind of Mahomes. Like the NFL glazes Mahomes, they put him on that pedestal, and like if he gets the three-peat, he's kind of living up to what the
Okay.
expectations are for him.
Well, you deserve to be glazed if you win 3 straight Super Bowls in a row. So
Yeah, that's pure excellence. We're actually watching excellence. I hate to say it, but Patrick Mahomes is.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
See, but how
He's-
much do you
I
think?
don't hate the Chiefs as much as people hate the Chiefs. I don't get it.
Yeah, I like the Chiefs more than I
Like,
like the
I rooted for
Lions.
them last year when they played the 49ers in the Super Bowl, and I'm rooting again for them this year because I don't like the Eagles.
I think I hate the Chiefs more now because of how cocky Travis Kelsey is. Like that irks me when I'm watching the game and I'm seeing Travis Kelsey headbutt someone push him back, and then the other person gets a penalty on that. That's utter BS, and I'm just not with it. Like, it's not
I
fun
think
watching
Travis
someone
Kelsey
do
has
that.
room to talk. I think he has the resume. He
He might be
run
the
his
best
mouth when
playoff
he
tight
wants
end all
to.
time or tight end all time.
I would not put him.
Nobody's ever gonna give it to him over Gronk because he dates Taylor Swift and he does that shit in the field.
Yeah, that's
Everyone
true.
will always have him under Gronk just because
Even
they
though
don't
he's
like
literally
him.
better than him in almost every statistical measure.
You think like
But,
what Mahomes
but
is
Ezra,
doing-
more snaps, more plays. He's
Yeah.
been on the field longer.
Yeah.
you guys think that what Mahomes is doing is straight him, or how much do you think Andy Reid plays a factor in Mahomes' success?
A lot. Like more than Bill Belichick played into Tom Brady's success. Like I think Tom Brady was more Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes relies on Andy Reid more than Tom Brady relied on Bill Belichick.
So you're saying like Andy Reid's a better coach than Bill Belichick?
For sure.
I would agree with that,
Offensive wise,
if I'm being
winning
honest.
wise.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yes.
He is a leader. But like I think Mahomes talent wise, I think he's just as good as Brady. I just think Brady did it better.
I think Mahomes
he
has
was
more talent.
situated better team wise. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like Mahomes is a more talented player than Brady, but
Yeah, I agree.
Brady seems more. I don't know. It's weird.
I think Brady has just that like
Brady seemed to carry his
got
teams
that aura
more.
to him.
Like Mahomes isn't necessarily carrying his team right now, but I feel like Brady did that like more carrying than Mahomes.
I don't know. I think Patrick Mahomes carries his team.
I think Patrick Mahomes does carry his team, but this
Not
season, I don't think he did.
Team.
Really?
Like I really don't. Like obviously they went 15-2. They should have been 16-1 if they played their starters last week of the season. But like let's be real, Mahomes didn't have a crazy season this season. Like he wasn't an All-Pro, wasn't a Pro Bowler. Obviously it didn't matter he was a Pro Bowler because he's in the Super Bowl. But like nothing
Pro
was
Bowl is
standing
such a-
out to him. Like he was just consistently
On
getting
another
wins.
topic, Pro Bowls mean nothing anymore.
Oh, 100%. If we have who was it?
Drake May is a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, Drake
all
May.
time.
Yeah,
Pro
I saw
Bowler.
that.
What
Because
is
who
that?
opted out? Why is he a Pro Bowler?
Josh
Because
Allen
every
opted out.
AFC quarterback
Oh.
ever opted out because that's just what the Pro Bowl is now. Who wants to go away from their family for a weekend just to play dodgeball for TV?
I mean, I would do that.
Because
I would do that. I'll be honest.
If you have
But-
a family, Riley.
Oh, if
with
I have a
3
family.
children that you haven't seen all year.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Maybe we bring the family with so they can meet all the other people.
I think that's what they do.
All right.
Yeah, you could-
Anyways,
you could do that.
on the other side of the field, the Eagles, another storyline. Who do you think plays more of a factor in this game, Jalen Hurts or Saquon Barkley?
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, John Hurts
100%.
ass.
See, I don't understand the Jalen Hurts slander. I think he's good.
It's not
But, like,
slander. It's just
why-
Saquon.
Wouldn't you go with the best running back in the game right now if he can get you 200 yards, 2 touchdowns whenever you feel like it? Like, I really think this game relies on the Chiefs' defense if they're able to stop Saquon. If they're able to stop Saquon, I think it makes Jalen Hurts become a thrower, which he's good at, which I think they'll still compete. But, like, that's not how the Eagles win games. They win the game by, like, tiring the
It's not
defense
how they've
down,
won games all year.
by running Saquon up the gut, to the side, 80-yard running touchdowns. Like, it's crazy. Saquon is the best in the game right now. Undeniable.
Yeah, I saw a stat. I think it was Saquon in his 16 of his last 19 or the 14 of his last 19. One of those two numbers. He's gone over 100 rushing yards, postseason included. And the games that he didn't, they have a losing record in those games. And the Chiefs have not allowed a 100-plus rusher in the playoffs since like a few years ago. Like maybe one of their first playoff Super Bowl run. I mean, so
Yeah,
it'll be
They could-
interesting.
Chiefs can stop the run.
Yeah, they're probably
Eagles
the
might be
best team
cooked.
at stopping the run.
Jalen Hurts didn't really do much passing this year.
Okay.
The Chiefs. No, Ezra. Before you say James Cook,
Especially
absolutely,
yardage.
absolutely
Yeah,
destroyed them.
he
The
did.
Chiefs can give and take whatever they want. That's just how good their defense is. Like they choose what to give and what to take, which is why James Cook had that game because they were like, you know what, if we're gonna lose, let it be because James Cook. had
Didn't
the
he
game
have
on his
over
line.
100 yards?
Yeah.
James Cook?
Wait, no, he didn't. Maybe it was 100 yards in a Super Bowl. Or I don't
I
think he
don't
had 100
know.
yards.
No,
Actually,
he had like 80 or something, I think.
He had like the
85.
He had a crazy like
85 and 2
63-yard run.
touchdowns.
It still seems like he had a really good. Oh, this is-
He had some
6.5
receiving yards.
average.
He had 100. He had definitely had over 100 total receiving yards, but like
yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
rushing.
Like the Chiefs are a type of team. They're that good that they can just choose what they want to and what they don't want to give up. And they
Okay.
don't want to give up Josh Allen going for 375 yards and 4 touchdowns, or
Alright.
just
I know what you're saying.
slashing them over the middle.
And 60 rushing yards.
I think I agree with all 4 or 3 of you. I think it's going to be a Saquon Barkley game because why would they switch the script in the last game of the season? But I'm not going to sit here and say I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to be able to throw the ball like Connor's saying. I think
Obviously,
he
he's
will.
going to be able to throw the ball.
I don't know if you guys watched the NFC Championship game.
It's not going to be good
But-
enough to win them a game.
Kellen
I
Moore
don't
was
know, yeah,
in
I
his
watched
bag.
some of it, and let me tell you, the Chiefs are probably 2 tiers, 3 tiers above that defense.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying Kellen Moore. Like the play calling itself was
yeah,
and nothing like I've seen. Like watching every Eagles game this year, it was actually creative. There was motions. There was
it was
our
not a
tight end
vanilla
was getting
offense.
handoffs. We were doing jets. I mean, it was like a different offense. So I think the matchup to watch will be Kellen Moore versus Steve Spagnuolo and Vic. I mean,
Another
both
question.
Vic Fangio
Yeah,
versus.
another question going into this, going into what you just said.
Yeah.
Whose name you just dropped? Vic Fangio. What is he? 0-7 or 0-6
Oh,
versus the Chiefs?
0-8 against Patrick Mahomes.
0-8 against them. Patrick Mahomes led Chiefs.
But
That was when he was with Denver
and the
Miami,
Dolphins,
but still.
who were
no,
both bad
that's-
defenses.
Denver defense bad. How long
Denver
ago was that?
defense?
Okay,
I
it
think
was
Denver
like-
has had a bad defense since like
It was like 20.
Miami.
It was
I
probably
would.
early PS2's career.
Miami. I don't really remember.
Okay, I would
Miami.
actually give you
Miami was
that.
Early
early.
PS2's career
Like,
when Vic
after
Fangio was their
Von
D coordinator.
Miller was gone.
Yep, right after
Von-
That
like-
was still a really good defense.
It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was really good. They were.
They were just a
Yeah,
bad
Patrick
team.
they've
Mahomes
always been a
beatable.
really good defense.
They weren't number one in the league like the Eagles
Yeah,
are right
Yeah,
now.
Well, yeah, the Eagles
I don't
are
know.
really number one.
You're gonna watch like a number one defense. It doesn't matter what his record is against Patrick Mahomes. Like obviously it plays a factor.
It wasn't somebody
like,
else. Sorry.
Number one defense in the league against a Chiefs defense, a Chiefs offense that is not playing a crazy this season, but like playoffs they have been competing. They've been firing on all cylinders. But I'm excited to watch that matchup. I don't think it's going to be a crazy like scoring game like 30s, 40s, but it'll definitely be one team scores 30, one team scores 20, and they end the game. But
I feel like there's another stat, just like the Patrick Mahomes versus like Vic Fangio lost a bunch of times to another guy earlier this season, and he beat them. So Vic Fangio has a 4-9 record against Andy Reid. I don't know. I can't find it, but I swear there's like another stat like that where Vic Fangio was really bad against the quarterback and we just demolished them.
Well, his name isn't Patrick Mahomes, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be a fun matchup to watch. I think Eagles offense versus Chiefs defense and vice versa.
Alrighty. Well, let's talk about another topic outside of the Super Bowl. Got a lot of new coach hirings. I'm just gonna go through the names, and you guys just let me know if you think the fit is gonna be right, if it's gonna work out, what you think they need to do for them to be successful. First coach I got on here is gonna be Mike Vrabel getting signed by the Patriots.
Yeah,
Great signing.
that's a phenomenal signing. I think Mike Vrabel will be able to unlock Drake May.
But, I don't really understand the whole him unlocking Drake May because he's not like an offensive coach. He's a defensive-minded coach. Unless they get like a good O coordinator in there, like to help
He's a
develop.
player's coach.
He's like a Dan Campbell kind of guy.
Yeah, but like
Like
then again,
Sirianni
Dan
type
Campbell doesn't produce Jared Goff to become a better quarterback. Like that was all Ben Johnson. I think the Lions are gonna struggle this year without Ben Johnson. We'll get into Ben Johnson later, but
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel being a player's coach is only good to a certain point because at some point you can be buddy with your quarterback, running back, wide receiver, you name it, and them still not be able to convert on the field, and it's just not going to convert
But
into wins.
the difference between Dan
He
Campbell
went to an AFC Championship with a 10-7 wild card Titans team.
Titans
With
team.
probably
That
the worst
defense was-
roster in the entire playoffs that year.
That defense was crazy, and they
Exactly.
still had Derrick Henry, still had AJ Brown.
Still the worst roster in the playoffs that entire year.
It might have been the worst, but like we're Ryan Tannehill on that team, like Ryan Tannehill during that time, like he was still a top 15 quarterback in the league. Like I don't know.
Okay, to your point, this is what I'm saying when I say unlocked the quarterback. The Patriots defense was so bad last year. I think if he can really tighten down the defense and just tell the quarterback, "Hey, just play your game, don't make mistakes." That's like enough to unlock a quarterback with Drake May's talent. I mean, top 3 pick. I think as long as the defense is shut down and Drake May doesn't make mistakes and just plays a good brand of football, I think the Patriots will be a fine team next year and
Patriots
going forward.
brought back Josh McDaniels again for
Who?
coordinator.
Was he a part of that tree, like
Sorry.
the McDaniel tree? In
He was a
Washington?
part of the tree that Brady loved.
Well-
That was Brady's coordinator his entire Patriots career, damn near.
I definitely think they need to switch something up on offense because their offense was very stagnant, but it was very reliant on Drake May being able to throw the ball, and you could just tell he wasn't that comfortable. Later in the season, he did get comfortable, but I don't know.
I
We're
wouldn't
gonna
be
need to see
comfortable
him
either with
step
that O
up.
line blocking for me.
Yeah, they definitely need to make some improvements on key free agent signings. Have to be successful this draft if they want to be able to compete in the AFC East. Yeah, I think the AFC East is kind of open. Besides the Bills, I think are going to be there, but like that last wild card spot, I don't know. It's up for grabs this season. Anyways, next coach or Cake, you got anything on that?
Nope.
All right, we're gonna go into Pete Carroll getting signed by the Raiders.
I don't really know what the Raiders are doing with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, like okay,
He's
Gonna be
washed up.
74. I mean, he's not a bad coach. If he has anything he had in Seattle left in the tank, it's gonna be good football for the Raiders. But like, he is not coaching for 10 more years. He's not coaching until he's 84, 83.
no way. Like I'm kind of confused
So like,
by it.
one way you could look at it is, are they maybe giving him the reins for 3 to 4 years, and then when he's done, he hands it off to a guy he pretty much mentors into the spot, like his next pick.
I could see that.
I feel
happening.
like that's like the only possible option you have. And if he's not good, you just scrap the idea and go get a new coach. But if he's good for you in a short time, which it should be short because he'll probably retire within the next 5 years, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that dude's ancient.
You'll have to either find a new coach or just get a guy that he brought up, like Belichick did with Mayo. Or
Yeah, I think
see how that works out.
You guys
with
are on Mel's
Pete
ass.
Carroll getting signed here, you can definitely tell that the Raiders are in a straight rebuild mode. They do not care about competing at all.
What?
Yes,
Wow.
this is okay. Hear me out now.
I think that's a complete opposite.
No. Hear me out. Pete Carroll, okay? He is a great coach. He, trained in Russell. He was with Russell Wilson. You know, he had brought in a bunch of wide receivers that are still on the Seahawks during his time. Okay, I think the Raiders have a higher pick this season. They're going to start bringing in other free agents to try to build this team. Okay, so when Pete Carroll is gone and he gives over the reins, like you were talking about, to someone that he's trained in, that it's like setting up for success instead of just how the Raiders have been since Derek Carr, just kind of underwhelming and just like they've always won games, but they've never made it to the playoffs. So it's like you can't really say that
They
they're
made
going
the
to
year the
compete
Bengals
this
won
season.
the AFC,
Okay, but that was how many years ago?
and they lost to the almost Super Bowl champion Bengals on like a last-second field goal, or just by like 3 in general, and they were in position to score, but they failed on
Okay,
fourth
but how
and
many
goal or
how
fourth
many
down.
people are still on that team? Derek Carr is gone. Josh Jacobs is gone.
Yeah.
Darren Waller's gone. Everybody on that team is gone. Like this is a completely new team that you're seeing, like this coming season, than you were seeing in that playoff run.
Plus, I think the AFC West is sneaky one of the hardest divisions in the league.
Oh, 100%.
Especially with Bo Nix looking as good as he did. I mean, Justin Herbert's, I think, not that great.
Justin Herbert is a regular season quarterback, but he's still a great quarterback.
He's going to
still
make
young.
it to the playoffs.
I think if the Raiders sign a few key free agents and Pete Carroll comes in and gets back to what he was doing with the Seahawks, which was coaching them to however many seasons he coached them for. I don't know the exact number, but he only had one season with more than 10 losses his entire career there.
Like one thing
And
you guys
now
are
there's one
forgetting
extra
about,
game, so now it'll be easier to get 10 losses, but still, he knows how to bring a winning culture in. And Raiders have money they can spend and a high draft pick they can use. So.
See, but all that
And it's
money,
not like
like
the Broncos and Chargers are unmovable teams. Like those are teams that you could easily jump. Just like the Vikings did with the Bears and Packers this year when nobody expected that.
that's true. But one thing you guys are forgetting about is their quarterback situation. They don't have a quarterback, and like there aren't really many.
Think they're
going
going
to
to get Russell Wilson?
Do you
Russell
think-
Wilson's a free agent?
Russell Wilson, Pete
Justin
Carroll
Fields.
reunion. I would like the Russell Wilson, Pete Carroll
Cam
reunion,
Ward.
but
Do they have the first pick in the draft?
no, the Titans have the first pick.
Oh.
But like,
No, but they're a high pick.
Yeah,
so-
they're like 3, aren't they? Top 5.
yeah, but like, do you think Cam Ward is going to go in there and completely change the franchise?
Yes.
Really?
I
with
don't
the
know.
right guidance.
Maybe I would say that. Like, I'm not too sure.
I
The
mean,
Raiders are just such a
Pete
toss-up.
Carroll's
because-
definitely the person to do that.
Yeah, Pete Carroll's a great quarterback coach.
Yeah, out of all the head coach signings, that
He
happened this
he
offseason- I guess not off
he had a
yet, but
4-year or 5th-year senior, Russell Wilson, who'd already transferred schools, declared for the draft out of Wisconsin. Pretty good prospect, but he was still a second-round talent or third round. I think he was second round, right? Yeah, I think he was second.
I don't think he was a first round.
I might be
If it
wrong.
was,
Third
it was
round?
like
Yeah,
late
whatever.
first round.
It was between those two, but anyway, look what he got him to develop into, one of the greatest quarterbacks in the 2010s era. And after that, when he left, he was given Drew Lock and Geno Smith, and we all know what happened with both of those guys.
Hey,
But one
get
of
it
them
right back.
happened to be a diamond in the rough. So
Maybe that's why they
Yeah, I mean-
that's why they hired him, is because they plan to draft a quarterback and they want to be able to develop him at
I mean,
the highest level they think
That's
they
the
can.
only way.
and
I
hey,
see
Kirk
this happening.
Cousins is the most expensive backup in the league. So if the Falcons are like, nah, we don't want to do this, then
I don't think
cut
Kirk
him
Cousins
loose.
can
He's
an
change that
expensive backup.
franchise around. Let's go on to the next.
no,
one.
he's a bridge.
It's
He's
funny.
a bridge
He'd be a
quarterback.
bridge.
What we thought Sam Darnold. Anyways, Ben Johnson for the Bears.
Oh.
I personally think this is a great signing, just because Ben Johnson, being an O coordinator, an offensive-minded coach, I think him and Caleb Williams, if they get on the same page, they can be a sneaky wild card team this year.
Sneaky. I don't even think it's sneaky. I got them
Sneaky.
projected top
They're
2 in the
gonna
NFC
be-
North.
Yeah, well, that's true. Okay, but I don't think the Lions are going to repeat this season. Like, I really
I
don't
don't
think they're
think
going to
so
take
either.
the number 1 seed.
But you got to think about
They
they're going to
just
get
lost
Aiden
two
Hutchinson back.
fucking talent coaches.
Yeah, but that's all they lost. Like, you
Yes,
really
they
think they're
lost
going to
that, but,
regress
like,
that much?
How much did
Bro,
Ben...
defensive coordinator switches. I think us Vikings fans know the defensive coordinator switches are a big deal. They're a
That
pretty
is
big
And
deal.
Yeah.
as an Eagles fan, I know our offensive coordinator
Ed
switch is a big
Donatel,
deal.
Remember that name? Yeah, love that guy.
shell defense man himself. That was just okay. Ben Johnson, I really think that he had a big part on the Lions' success this year. Even though they didn't get to where
Oh,
they
yeah.
expected, but like that offense, it went from being a mid-tier last season to literally one of the best offenses we've seen in recent history. Like they would put up 30 points, 40 points every single week, and it wasn't even a question. Whatever team you played against, the best team in the league, they're still putting up 30 on their defense. Best defense still putting up 30. Like it didn't matter. Aaron Glenn too. I think he wasn't the greatest defensive coach during the season, but he did really, really good with the talent he had around him. They had a lot of injuries. So now going to a different team, I think Aaron Glenn will have a little bit better of a chance. Same thing with Ben Johnson. I think the Bears defense is always decent. I don't know if you guys can argue with that, but like I think they've always been a little bit better than mid-tier with their defense.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
But
Okay, I just want to say the offensive coordinator that the Lions did hire, John Morton, he was a former senior offensive analyst for the Lions, pass game coordinator this past year for the Broncos. His only full year as a offensive coordinator, his team had ranked 28th in points and 24th in yards, and that was with the Jets. But his weapons were Josh McCown at quarterback, Matt Forte in 2017, and Jermaine Kearse is the number 1 wide receiver. So
that's a name I didn't
obviously
know.
nobody's gonna do
The
shit with
lethal
that,
lineup
but,
right there.
yeah. He was also on that Raiders team I was talking about.
That went to
He's
the
actually had
playoffs.
he's actually been on some good offenses. But as their pass game coordinator last year, he was 19th in points, 26th in yards. And then this past year, he was 10th in points and 19th in yards. So Lions are definitely going to take a step back offensively, but they'll still probably be upper half. I think it's the defense that we're just not looking at that's going to struggle because obviously they're going to get Hutch back. That's game changer right there. He's great for their defense, but they're losing a lot of Aaron Glenn's guys to free agency, who he's probably going to bring into the Jets, and they're going to have to find a way to appease their new D coordinator, whoever that may be. And like I said, D coordinators, they mean a lot to a new team.
Yes, they definitely do.
Can make
And
or break a season.
Speaking of that, how do you think Aaron Glenn will fit well with the Jets? Just going off that, like, I really think the one thing that
I think that's a great hire for Jets.
100%. One thing that is very curious, I'm going to be curious about this offseason, is what they plan to do with Aaron Rodgers. Because, like, let's be honest, like, they have a lot of young talent on that team, wide receiver wise, running back wise. You know, they have 2 really good running backs back there. Their defense is still young, decently young. Both the Williams, you know, Sauce, their whole secondary is kind of underrated but good. But like Aaron Rodgers is just like the old guy that just won't go away. Like I really think he needs to retire this offseason. And they need to hire somebody through the draft. They need to trade up and get one of their guys for the
Get a
team.
young quarterback under him.
Exactly. Like they need, honestly, if he does stay this season, they need to have kind of like a vet
That'd be his
quarterback
one good
and a
use.
younger quarterback in the same room so they
They
can
train a
kinda
different
compete.
quarterback.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers is really the type to train another quarterback, though. He doesn't
wouldn't
really.
be the type.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy to do that.
Yeah, we can help some.
Well, not necessarily like
It's like a trait,
okay,
though.
but not even necessarily having him train the younger quarterback. Kind of like the situation over in Atlanta. Like Kirk Cousins was a starting quarterback, but he knew in the back of his mind Michael Penix was coming for his job. If he didn't play good, then he's out of the league pretty much. Like if he has a younger quarterback under him, Aaron Rodgers, he's gonna play better than what he's been playing. Like if he wants to stay playing, he's gonna have to put up numbers.
PK, what's the Jets draft pick this year?
I want to say it's borderline top 10, right?
Definitely is top 10, right?
Their draft pick this year is going to be.
Wow, they're predicted to
number
trade for the
7.
number 1 pick right now.
Number 7.
Yeah, because who is it?
It's the PK just said it earlier. It's the Titans, I think.
Number 7.
So the 7th pick, potential to trade up, get a Shador, get a Cam, or even who else is in this draft class, quarterback wise? There's a couple other bigger names, but like it's just
Will
those two
Howard.
stand out.
Will Howard's in this
Howard, college football. Yep, college football national champion. Jackson Dart, Dylan Gabriel.
There's a couple good ones.
There's a lot of good day 2, day 3, day 4 quarterback talents that are definitely raw, but they could easily develop into, next.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. That's gonna wrap up our Super Bowl preview. Let us know down in the comments below what topics you want us to talk about soon. We'll be branching out into basketball as well. So Thank you guys for watching. All right.
Go Birds.
Peace.
Bye.